Did you think we were doing off-roading or what?
No.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, straight down, and that's the road to go left.
And we should be good, right?
Yep.
What an adventure!
We just went off-roading.
Man, that cop was cool. I like that cop. Talk about an adventure right off the bat, right?
20 minutes into Mexico, and we're going off-roading because of a roadblock.
Freaking Lexus.
And Lexus.
We got everybody following us, too, behind us. Officer, you sure I can do this? He goes, you can do it, man. He was right. I never would have done it.
We could do it. I don't know about this car.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I think we're golden now.
That officer was right. Tecate's finest police officers.
Thanks to a police officer in Tecate, we were able to go up in the mountains and go around that big wreck in Tecate and continue on our way to beautiful Ensenada, Baja, California.
Hola, no, gracias. Señora, gracias. Oh, no, muy amable. Gracias.
Hey, I'm down here in beautiful Playa Salamando, just short of Ensenada, and I want to wish my dear friend George Salamando a happy birthday. George, you truly make the world a better place. And this place, Playa Salamando, is heaven on earth. It's a true blessing for all of us to experience, and I can't thank you enough. George, happy birthday, my friend. Take care. And I hope to see you really, really soon.
It's a competition. I'm going to win this thing. No way. You got the plastic thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they had it. My turn. I might go after that one again. Oh. Oh, I'm going right after that one now.
Anthony, your turn.
Had that.
No way. No way.
I'll do it right.
I put it to UEC. This is for Bowden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. By the way, that lady walking away from me right now, just had a nice conversation with her. She spends several mornings just picking up any kind of trash she sees here on the beach. She says it's much cleaner than it was in the past, but it's cleaner because of really good, conscientious people like that lady right there. I thanked her on behalf of all of the Freeman Adventurers family. Looks a little ominous this morning. There's that sunrise, and there's some big surf here rolling in. Doesn't look like it right now, but a moment ago, we had some really big waves rolling in. I am fresh in from a great trip to Mexico. I'll be sharing a lot of that content with you here in the coming days. It was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with my co-host Paulina in beautiful Ensenada. Went over to Popola to drop off some things for Carlos Cortez. I went to Tole Lozano's La Guarita restaurant, dined on carne asada in Tecate, did a little fishing at Playa Salamando, pardon me, George, and so much more. Hey, we got a lot to cover. We got some weather on our hands also that's just starting to get a little windy here in SoCal. Might have a few raindrops too. Mostly the wind this afternoon is going to be ferocious. All right, let me get set up. I'll be right back with the morning briefing. So great to be back with you all. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja, California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. It is truly great to be back with you all here on the morning briefing. I apologize for missing a couple of reports with you. Sometimes when traveling in some remote areas, I got to tell you, the Wi-Fi is not up to par. I have to fix all of that with Elon Musk and the satellite hookup here. Very, very soon I will be doing that so that I can broadcast to you from the middle of a desert in Baja, California, around a campfire, something like that. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Man, is that good? And how about that victory for the United States of America? We won. We did it on the claw machine in Ensenada, Baja, California. I prevailed over Paulina this one time. So I'm taking that one to the bank. Hey, Valentino's coming by. Let's say buenos dias to Valentino. Hey, Valentino. Good morning, my friend. All right, there goes Valentino. All right, let's get into it with you all. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate that. By the way, I know what's going on back here. I'm not going to get too close to that today. Also, if you'd share these videos everywhere, it is so deeply appreciated. Remember, you can tick the little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. You can follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So great to be with you all. Had a great time down there in Mexico, and I'll be releasing a lot of shorts as well as some longer form videos. I think you're going to enjoy it. Some of it's fishing, some of it's just hanging out in Ensenada. In fact, when Paulina and I did our live show, we had so many people saying, when are you going to organize a time when we can come down to Mexico and feel the magic? And, you know, with Paulina and I, we'll make sure you have a safe trip and everything is good. We are leaning towards sometime around Mexican Independence Day because it's very festive and there's a lot of flags around. It's kind of a cool time of year. Sometime around September the 16th. By the way, we already got enough interest to do this day, but if you are interested in coming down in September, drop a comment down below so Paulina and I can see that. We're starting to organize. We should have a date here in the next week and an itinerary which will include shopping, wine country, fishing, walking around the town, anything else your little heart desires, we can put that together for you. All right, let's talk a little bit about Mexico because I talked to a lot of guys down there, renewed a lot of friendships, got a lot of sources south of the border right now. Carlos Cortez out looking for yellowtail out of Popotla, which is just 15 minutes south of Rosarito. He's a great source of mine and a really good guy. And Carlos, not much on the yellows out there at the Coronado Islands here, just south of Point Loma. Boats like the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing also fish that island, or I should say islands, plural. We have North Island, we have the Middle Grounds, we have South Island, then you have South Kelp Ridge that runs down to the rock pile, and all those zones can be holding yellowtail and will, I surmise, given the fact that we have 1,000 miles of yellowtail stretching from Cabo San Lucas to La Paz, Mulaje, Loreto, we have them down in San Quintin, we have them in Ensenada from time to time. We had caught some fish there at the Coronado Islands, so I surmise that as the water warms up, and it may take a little while this year with this La Nina that we are experiencing. La Nina keeps our eastern Pacific pretty cool here in Southern California, so we'll keep our eyes on that, but it's going to continue to grow. I see waves starting to come up over this area here. Oh my God. I am not getting doused this morning. I promise. I know you want me to get doused, don't you? So there's a lot of yellows down below, and that is looking good. In terms of our bluefin tuna, we have seen them, but we have yet to make any good catch here within, say, 2-day range of San Diego, and that would be 140 miles. Could be a little bit more than that if you really wanted to stretch the chain out. We've seen them with spotter planes. They've seen fish as close as 50, 75 miles from Point Loma. We've seen fish down off Punta Colonet, down there at 120 miles. There's some great lingcod fishing as you get closer to the coast, 8-10 miles off the coast. There's great lingcod fishing closer in also. And then as we move you down, we've seen bluefin there off San Martin Island outside of San Quintin, and we've seen it for sure down there around Cedros, where our 5-day trip on the Independence will be fishing. I will be there to shoot you catching a bluefin tuna. That's going to be a spectacular trip. Only a few spots left, so call Paulina, the other Paulina, at, of course, Independent Sport Fishing. Call her this morning, ask her about the trip. She'll fill you in on exactly what we plan to do and talk to you about the gorgeous accommodations on board the Independence, the food, and get you booked in if you want to grab one of those last few spots. That would be fantastic. All right, so that gives you an idea of what's going on offshore. Now, while I was down in beautiful Mexico having the time of my life, there was a few things that were pretty darn interesting. One of those things is, and continues to remain, all the anchovy we have in this La Nina environment. Yes, anchovies for sure thrive in colder water. And we seem to be seeing a lot more of it this year, which makes people think that we're going to see some albacore this year. Long-finned, white meat tuna that were the staple here. You know, 40 years ago out of San Diego, that's all anybody talked about. Now, anything but it couldn't be further from the truth. Nobody talks about it because we haven't seen them with any consistency for a long time. We see them up in Northern Cal, but we have yet to see them here. And maybe this cooler water might be the thing that gets it going. I mentioned to you that we do have some weather coming, and we definitely do. It's gonna get really breezy up in the Channel Islands. It's already pretty breezy up there right now toward Catalina Island. Pretty breezy, gonna get breezier. Even here along the coast, we're gonna have some breezy weather, so we'll keep our eyes on that for you very, very closely. My friend Steve, Bugman, Duncan, him and a buddy, Tim Cardena, were out fishing, I believe Catalina Island, and they had the catch of the year. I was gonna say of a lifetime. 41-pound yellowtails right up there, about the catch of a lifetime at a local island. I think they were at Catalina. I could be wrong, maybe SBI. But anyway, somewhere locally here, they went out and had that 41-pound forky. That's an extraordinary catch here in Southern California. Normally you're fishing Guadalupe Island or Alejos Banks down there by the rocks to catch a grady yellowtail like that. That's an exceptional catch, no doubt about that. Also south of the border, I want to mention that Mike Baker and Anthony Noy, they were down there at Rendira and catching lings and sand bass and also tons of reds, having some really spectacular fishing down there in that area. Below Ensenada, another 40 miles, I think it is. I might be off on my geography there. Boys, help me out. Oh, shoot, man, that ocean is starting to pop up over the area behind me. I am not getting soaked this morning. So those guys had some exceptional fishing down the beach also. So that is also really, really good news. And Ray Johnson, he was fishing locally here. He ended up with 3 beautiful halibut, and he graces the thumbnail of the morning briefing. Ray, nice going, my friend. I got to see all those guys at the PCS show here recently. Had some halibut down there on board the Dolphin. We've seen that. We've seen a little bit better fishing on the Native Sun here recently out of 22nd Street Landing. We think that once this spawn kicks into gear, that it could get really crazy on the halibut this year. We've had a magnet, namely the live squid, that has sucked all of that halibut in here, and it's just a matter of them starting to turn on. And we're getting indications that that's getting ready to happen. So I think we are looking down the barrel of a really excellent, excellent season. Now remember, April the 1st, it's right around the corner. Rockfish opens here in Southern California. It's time for a Rockfish party. And of course, we'll be on the Island Spirit on April the 4th. That's gonna be a great trip. I'll be shooting a video on that for you all and can't wait to bring you the very latest. For right now, however, it's sculpin, whitefish, sheephead, few halibut as we mentioned, and that seems to be improving. We'll have to see what this windy weather is going to do to us here, as we're going to have that here again this afternoon into tomorrow. It's already a little breezy here on the beach, but really not bad. 6 knots maybe, that's about it. But I can feel it kind of picking up a little bit, maybe pushing up a little gust, if you want to call it that, to 8 knots. It's supposed to get into the double digits here, however, as we go along, and we'll be watching that for you very, very closely. So once again, you're catching all of the aforementioned species here. Sculpin are great eating, whitefish are great eating, Nothing wrong with any of that. Down in Mexico, we did a little barred perch fishing. We got to see guys coming in with copious amounts of rockfish there at Botes Juanitos. A lot of lingcod and reds and bocaccio, so the bottom bite's still going on. Really good south of the border. All right, my friends, I'm back here in the USA. It is really great to be with you all. I'll be back with the evening briefing tonight because you want to see me down here get my hair blown around in the Southern California surf, and I will gladly do that for each and every one of you. All right, things moving along here in SoCal, but now we're going to get some weather. It's going to get kind of nasty here. It already has become kind of nasty in some areas. We'll watch it for you very, very closely. And of course, I'll be back tonight with the evening update. Take care. And I hope to see you all really, really soon.